So, I recently started rereading The Lightning Thief for a bit of nostalgia's sake. It's been a while since I reread it, and I have it both on my phone and two physical books. My original is frickin' destroyed. You know, elementary school kid carrying that around in a backpack full of loose pencils. Yeah, it's in rough shape. But, as I was rereading the early chapters, I got to wondering, about halfway through chapter 2, do we ever hear about Percy's mortal grandparents? Obviously, we know a ton on the godly side, just by the fact that Percy is the son of Poseidon. You know, the entire main conflict is him versus his own grandfather. But I couldn't remember, and I never see it talked about, if we know anything about his mortal grandparents. And as I was thinking about that, I got to chapter 3 and got my answer. Because right here on page 29, when introducing his mom and breaking down how bad of a role she had in life, we get this line that's pretty interesting to me. Quote, her own parents died in a plane crash when she was 5. And then it goes on to explain that she was raised by an uncle. But I find it very interesting that Percy Jackson, the man whose most dangerous method of travel would be flying in a plane, had his grandparents die in a plane crash before he was even a thought. I obviously, in universe, that is probably just a massive coincidence. But I have to wonder, from a writing standpoint, if that was just like a random detail Rick threw in to have a bit of like a, dang, Sally really had a bad role. I mean, her parents died in a plane crash, not just in like a normal way, like a car crash or just of natural causes of some disease, something. Or, you know, if it was just a random detail he decided to include, or if it was a bit of clever foreshadowing that Percy himself wouldn't be able to get around so safely in planes. I never see that talked about anywhere, probably because it is just the one line at the very beginning of the first book. I don't think it's mentioned anywhere else. But I find it very interesting that is how Sally's parents died. It's an interesting little detail that makes you think, and I love little details like that when I'm reading books. It's the sort of thing that my brain hooks onto and goes, now I wonder if there's meant to be something more there, or if that's just like a random fun detail. Let me know what you think.